Every night, millions of people search for the phrase, best sleep herb. But the number one reason these remedies fail is simpler than you think. Most people grab generic lists and they miss the real problem shaping their insomnia. Racing thoughts, restless muscles, trouble drifting off, and 3 a.m. wake-ups are not the same struggle, yet we treat them like they are. That mismatch can make even the gentlest herb backfire, especially when we stack too many changes at once. What if there were a safer, clearer map to help you match the right herbal approach to your pattern without random guessing or unnecessary risk? Let us break down the sleep herb map and find the safer way forward. Imagine a simple chart with 4 boxes, each one describing a different kind of sleepless night. These boxes are not medical labels or diagnoses. They are patterns meant to help you spot what actually happens when sleep goes sideways. In the first box, the mind will not stop. Thoughts ricochet from one worry to the next, replaying conversations or tomorrow's to-do list. Some people call this a busy brain or racing thoughts. In the second box, the body holds stress like a coiled spring. Shoulders tense, jaw clenches, muscles refuse to let go. Even if the mind feels quiet, tension lingers in the body, making it hard to settle. The third box is for those who simply cannot cross the line into sleep, lying awake, watching the minutes tick by, feeling stuck in limbo between tired and actually asleep. And in the fourth box, there is the 3 a.m. wake-up. Sleep comes at first, but it is fragile. You find yourself staring at the clock in the dark, your mind suddenly alert, wondering why you are awake again. These are just common patterns, not hard rules. Some nights, you might recognize more than one. The goal is to help you notice which box feels most familiar so you can make sense of all the advice out there. In a moment, we will talk about the safety basics before thinking about herbs, but for now, consider which box or boxes mirror your own nights. Every experiment with sleep herbs starts with a clear set of safety ground rules. Only change one thing at a time. Never stack multiple new herbs or products, and never mix them with alcohol. If you already take prescription medications, or if you are pregnant, breastfeeding, or managing a chronic health condition, talk to your doctor or pharmacist before trying anything new. Even herbs that seem gentle can interact with medications or have unexpected effects in sensitive situations. Stick with a short trial window. About a week is enough to notice if a single herb is helping, causing side effects, or making sleep worse. If things go sideways with more daytime sleepiness, grogginess, headaches, stomach trouble, skin reactions, or any new or severe symptoms, stop right away and check in with a professional. Do not push through, and do not double up on products hoping for a faster fix. Quality matters. Choose products that show third-party testing, such as USP or NSF certification, and check for clear ingredient lists. Avoid mystery blends or anything that does not spell out exactly what is inside. Herbs are not risk-free, and supply chain shortcuts can lead to contamination or adulteration. If you spot a red flag, for example, persistent insomnia, loud snoring, gasping, severe mood changes, or anything that just feels wrong, do not wait. That is the time to pause and get a professional opinion. The goal here is careful, stepwise self-experimentation, not chasing quick fixes. Alex, like anyone starting this process, mentally checks off each safety box before moving ahead. Lemon balm, a fragrant member of the mint family, has been used since ancient Greece to quiet restless thoughts. Modern studies echo this tradition. In a small clinical trial, adults struggling with nighttime ruminations saw repetitive thinking drop by nearly 30% after 4 weeks of lemon balm extract. Researchers point to its gentle effect on GABA, a brain chemical tied to calmness. Most people tolerate lemon balm well, but it can interact with sedatives, and it is not advised for those with thyroid issues. Today, organic farms in Slovenia and Egypt supply most of the world's lemon balm, and testing confirms low contaminant levels. Passionflower, once brewed by southeastern tribes and called the philosopher's herb in Europe, has also drawn scientific attention. Standardized extracts have been shown to lower anxiety scores and help people with racing thoughts fall asleep faster, likely through GABA-related pathways. Passionflower is generally safe, though rare mood changes and medication interactions have been reported. A 34-year-old attorney, plagued by nightly work worries, tried lemon balm tea. Within 3 weeks, her mind settled enough for sleep. No prescription was needed. For those who recognize the racing thoughts pattern, a single careful herbal trial can sometimes open the door to quieter nights. Shoulders locked, jaw tight, a body that just won't let go. This is the second box on the map, nights when stress settles in the muscles even if the mind feels quiet. For these patterns, the goal is not to knock yourself out, but to gently cue the body toward relaxation. Lavender is one of the most commonly discussed herbs here, especially for its use in aromatherapy. In several studies, inhaling lavender oil before bed lowered nighttime cortisol and improved heart rate variability, both signs the body is shifting out of stress mode. People often describe a subtle softening, a sense that tension is melting, not just masking. Research is mixed, and not everyone notices a change, but for some, the ritual of diffusing lavender or adding a few drops to a bath becomes a nightly signal to unwind. Hops, best known for flavoring beer, also show up in traditional sleep blends for physical tension. Small open-label studies suggest that hops extract can reduce muscle tightness and increase time spent in deeper sleep stages. These effects seem more about gentle relaxation than heavy sedation. After a mycotoxin scare a few years ago, hops suppliers now use strict third-party testing, making contamination much less common. A physiotherapist who struggled with back pain described how, after adding lavender aromatherapy to her evening routine, she noticed her muscles gradually loosened and sleep came more smoothly. For stress held in the body, the right cue, herbal or otherwise, sometimes opens the door to rest without forcing it. The approach is to experiment carefully, one change at a time, and to treat these herbs as gentle nudges rather than quick fixes. For those who spend long stretches stuck on the edge of sleep, searching for the right herb can feel overwhelming. This is where chamomile often comes up, a classic bedtime tea praised for its gentle approach. In several large studies, adults who took chamomile extract reported falling asleep up to 15 minutes faster on average compared to placebo. The main compound apigenin interacts with calming pathways in the brain, but not everyone notices a change, and rare allergies are possible, especially for people sensitive to plants like ragweed. California poppy is another herb often discussed for difficulty crossing into sleep. A placebo-controlled trial found that participants taking California poppy extract before bed fell asleep about 20 minutes sooner and slept longer overall, with few side effects. One graduate student keeping a sleep journal described the effect as a gentle nudge that was enough to drift off without morning grogginess. Herbs in this group can be stronger, so start low, avoid mixing with other sedatives or alcohol, and stop right away if you feel worse. Around 3 a.m., the body's circadian rhythm hits its lowest point, core temperature drops, and alertness weakens. Even minor disruptions can trigger wakefulness. Valerian root, studied in over 20 trials, has shown a reduction in early morning awakenings, especially for adults who struggle to stay asleep. Its effect is linked to the stabilization of GABA pathways. Some people report vivid dreams or mild grogginess. Skullcap, another herb with a long history, has been observed to reduce nighttime awakenings and help people fall back asleep more quickly, possibly by easing stress hormone surges that are common before dawn. A retired teacher who had woken at 3 a.m. for years tried valerian together with a low dose of skullcap. Within weeks, her early awakenings faded, and when she did wake, she returned to sleep easily. Individual responses vary. Careful tracking is always recommended. Choosing a starting point is often the hardest part. The map makes it simple. Pick the box that matches your most common sleep struggle, choose one herb category that fits, and set up a 7-day log. For a week, jot down when you take the herb, how you sleep, and any changes you notice, good or bad. This is not about chasing instant results or piling on products. The goal is to watch for steady patterns, not just one good or bad night. If you notice any red flags, like sleep getting worse, grogginess that lingers into the day, headaches, stomach trouble, skin reactions, or mood shifts, pause the experiment and check in with a professional. Loud snoring, gasping, or persistent insomnia are also signs to stop and seek help. Alex, like anyone trying this approach, commits to one careful step at a time, using the log as both a guide and a safety net. This process is about learning what works for your body, safely, and knowing when to ask for support. Tonight, millions will scroll for the best sleep herb or stare at a clock reading 3 a.m. But sleep is rarely one size fits all. Bodies, patterns, and responses vary. Careful steps, honest tracking, and real caution matter more than any top 10 list. Safer sleep starts with informed individual choices.